In the previous session, we took up mucopolysaccharides, general aspects, and sulfate-free mucopolysaccharides. In this session, we will take up sulfated mucopolysaccharides. Objectives of this session are, at the end of the session, the learner shall be able to describe various sulfated mucopolysaccharides and their importance, and also briefly about the mucopolysaccharidoses. Okay. Now, the first one is, what are these sulfated mucopolysaccharides? They are alpha heparin, heparin sulfate, then keratin sulfate, and chondroitin sulfate. We'll take up one by one. The first one we'll take up is alpha heparin, because it contains alpha glycosidic bonds. Heparin is present in liver, spleen, and lungs, and blood vessel walls. Heparin is synthesized in liver, by a group of cells. They are known as mast cells. This is mast cell, and it synthesizes heparin. This is the liver cell. Then when we talk about heparin, what are the functions of heparin? Functions of heparin are, it acts as anticoagulant, both in vitro and in vivo. In vitro, it is used for the collection of the blood. Blood collection, where using it as an anticoagulant. In vivo, it is useful in thromboembolic conditions. To prevent these conditions due to clot formation, so heparin is used to prevent intravascular clotting. Intravascular clotting. Intravascular clotting. So these are some of the functions of heparin. Heparin is also in the blood vessels. So it releases lipoprotein lipase. The lipoprotein lipase is important enzyme in the hydrolysis of triacylglycerol. So due to that one, the lipemic serum will be cleared. That is the reason heparin is also known as clearing factor. What are the components which are present in the heparin? Just simply, I draw both the components which are present. As I said, one is sulfated glucosamine. Another is hydrochloric acid, an epimer of uronic acid. I'm not going to write other one. Just simply where the sulfation is present. Sulfation is present, and then here it is. So hydrochloric acid. Here also. Then so there, here it is, both the bonds are alpha glycosidic bonds. 1,4 bonds here alpha 1,3 bond. These are the repeated units. These are the repeated units. Okay. Heparin is useful in medical practice. Okay. So useful, okay, in patients, okay, undergoing surgery. Okay. It prevents, okay, or reduces intravascular clotting. Intravascular, okay, clotting, or reduces, okay, intravascular clotting. Okay. Heparin can be hydrolyzed because of alpha 1,4 linkages. How this intravascular clotting is stopped? What is the mechanism? Generally, what happens? Prothrombin is converted to thrombin. So so that clotting is taking place. This is prevented by heparin. This step is prevented by heparin. That is the mechanism of action. Another mucopolysaccharide is heparan sulfate. Heparan sulfate. What it contains? So it contains glucosamine and glucuronic acid, not hyaluronic acid. Glucuronic acid. Less number of sulfates are present in heparan sulfate compared to the heparin. Okay. And the sulfated segment of heparin sulfate, okay, segment of this chain allows to act as cell receptor of, and also participates, okay, in the, okay, mediation of cell growth. These are the functions of the heparin sulfate in the cell growth and cell-cell communication. Next one is keratin sulfate. Keratin sulfate. It is present in cornea, cartilage, okay, spinal discs, okay, bone, nucleus pulposa, and wall of aorta. Okay, what are the components which are present? The components, the repeating units which are present are, okay, here in this there is no presence of uranic acid. Either there is no presence of uranic acid or hyaluronic acid. So one is galactose. One unit is galactose. Okay, one unit is the galactose. The other unit is N-acetylated glucosamine. The other one is N-acetylated glucosamine. Okay, that is these are the units which are present. Okay, the linkage is beta linkage, beta 1,4 linkage and beta 1,3 linkage, beta 1,3 linkage. Of course, others are, okay, same. Others are same. Okay, so there is a galactose is present and N-acetyl glucosamine is present. These are the repeating units. They are the repeating units. This is keratin sulfate. It is galactose, N-acetyl glucosamine. N-acetyl glucosamine. Okay. Then there is no uranic acid. No uranic acid. One mucopolysaccharide which doesn't contain uranic acid or hyaluronic acid is keratin sulfate. The two different keratin sulfates are present. One and 2. One is present in cornea and the next one is present in skeletal tissue. Skeletal tissue. Okay, this is about the keratin sulfate. Keratin sulfate. Then the next one is chondroitin sulfate. Chondroitin sulfate. Next one is chondroitin sulfate. The distribution is in cartilage, adult bone, okay, tendon, and cornea, okay, skin, and heart valves. Heart valves. What are the components? Two units, monomeric units. Let us see here. One is N-acetyl galactosamine, not the glucosamine. N-acetyl galactosamine, not the glucosamine. The repeating unit. Okay, here, so there is, okay, here uronic acid is present here. So there is presence of, so that is galactosamine, okay, like this, okay. Then N-acetyl group, here it is present, okay. Here it is glucuronic acid. Then again, as I said, beta 1,4 linkage, here beta 1,3 linkage. This is the repeating unit. This is the repeating unit. Here it is N-acetyl, okay, galactosamine, okay. Here glucuronic acid, okay. This is the basic structure of the chondroitin sulfate. Let us see, there are 4 chondroitin sulfates are there. The first one is chondroitin sulfate A. It is present in cartilages, okay, aorta, okay, bone, and cornea. Here, the 4th carbon is sulfated. Okay. Then B. Okay. Then what happens? N-acetyl, the component is galactosamine. The earlier what I said is the 4th carbon of the N-acetyl galactosamine is sulfated. Here the second one in the B here. So there is then presence of L-hyaluronic acid. In the earlier it is uronic acid. Okay, L-hyaluronic acid. Okay, here the 4th position is sulfated. 4th position in the N-acetyl galactosamine sulfated. The difference is the earlier one contains uronic acid. Here it is hyaluronic acid. It is present in aorta, heart valves, okay, skin, tendon, okay, ligamentum, fusion. Okay, so these are the places where this chondroitin sulfate is present. It acts as a weak anticoagulant. Then this is also known as beta heparin. Another name of this mucopolysaccharide is dermatan sulfate. Okay, dermatan sulfate. Okay, then the chondroitin sulfate C, same as chondroitin sulfate A, but the SO3 sulfate group is present, but the sulfate group is present at C6, whereas the earlier it was at C4, C6 of N-acetyl galactosamine. Okay. It is present in cartilage and tendon. The last one, D, chondroitin sulfate D. It looks like chondroitin sulfate C. C. It contains N-acetyl galactosamine and uranic acid, but here the uranic acid is sulfated. That is the difference. Uranic acid is sulfated. Okay. Then it may be sulfated at the second carbon or third carbon. This is about the chondroitin sulfate D. Now we'll briefly discuss about a group of disorders known as mucopolysaccharidosis. Saccharidosis. What are these? Hurler syndrome. Okay, Hurler syndrome. Okay. Then next one is, it is also called as MPS 1H. Okay. Then Hunter syndrome. It is called MPS 2. Okay. Then the third one is Sanfilippo syndrome. It is MPS 3. Okay. The last one is Sly syndrome. That is MPS. Okay. Then 7. There are many other diseases are there. So these are a group of hereditary diseases. Hereditary diseases. Their occurrence is 1 in 25,000 births. Why these diseases occur? It is due to the deficiency of lysosomal enzymes. So these are degradative enzymes. When degradation doesn't take place, then they will be deposited. Okay. Mainly degradation of heparin sulfate, and or dermatan sulfate. They are involved in the degradation of heparin sulfate and dermatan sulfate. Okay, dermatan sulfate. Okay. These are the progressive disorders. Okay, affecting skeletal and ECM, deformities. So leading to the intellectual disability. Intellectual disability. Except Hunter's disease, others are autosomal recessive, mode of inheritance. Whereas Hunter disease, okay, is X-linked disorders. Okay. Then what happens? Generally, children are normal at birth, but gradually deterioration taking place. Okay. In severe diseases, death occurs in the childhood. Presently, there is no cure. Some of the aspects of mucopolysaccharidosis. Let me sum up. In this session, we have taken up the sulfated mucopolysaccharides. Objectives of the session were: at the end of the session, the learner shall be able to describe various sulfated mucopolysaccharides and their importance, and briefly about various mucopolysaccharidoses. The number of mucopolysaccharides are there: alpha heparin, heparin sulfate, keratin sulfate, chondroitin sulfate. Alpha heparin present in the liver, spleen, lungs, blood vessels, synthesized in the liver and from the mast cells. Okay. Then functions: it acts as anticoagulant both in vitro and in vivo. Okay, so heparin, it prevents the intravascular clotting, so the thromboembolic conditions will not be there. Okay, then it activates the lipoprotein lipase, releases it, and lipoprotein lipase will be acting on the triacylglycerol and clears the lipemic serum, and that is the reason it is called clearing factor. The units are two monomeric units. Okay, one is sulfated glucosamine, the other one is L-iduronic acid. Useful in patients undergoing surgery, prevents or reduces intravascular clotting. So in the prothrombin to the thrombin, heparin is so preventing it. Then heparin sulfate, it is a combination of glucosamine, okay, sulfated glucosamine and glucuronic acid. Okay, sulfated, okay, sulfated segment of the chain allows to act as a cellular receptor, okay, cell receptor, and also participates in the mediation of cell growth and cell-cell communication. Next one is keratin sulfate, cornea, cartilage, spinal discs, bone, nucleus pulposa, and wall of aorta. Okay, the units are so galactose and then N-acetyl glucosamine. There is no uronic acid is present in the keratin sulfate. The two are there, 1 and 2. One is present in the cornea, the other one is in skeletal muscle. Then next type of mucopolysaccharides are chondroitin sulfate, cartilage, adult bone, tendon, cornea, skin, heart valves. It is present. Okay. Then the units are two monomeric units are they are N-acetyl galactosamine and glucuronic acid. Okay. Then the chondroitin sulfate A, it is present in the cartilage, aorta, bone, cornea, and fourth carbon of the N-acetyl galactosamine is sulfated. The next one is B is N-acetyl galactosamine plus in place of uronic acid, hydronic acid is present. Fourth position is sulfated like earlier. That it is present in the aorta, heart valves, skin, tendon, ligamentum nuchae, and weak anticoagulant. It acts as weak anticoagulant, and it is also called as beta heparin and also known as dermatan sulfate. C, same as chondroitin sulfate A, but the sulfate group is present at the sixth position in the N-acetyl galactosamine. Okay, it is present in the cartilage and tendon and looks like chondroitin sulfate C. D is the looks like chondroitin sulfate C. Uronic acid is sulfated either the second carbon or third carbon. Then we have discussed about the mucopolysaccharidosis, a group of hereditary disorders. These are Adler syndrome, okay, MPS 1H, Hunter syndrome, MPS 2, the Sanfilippo syndrome, that is MPS 3, and Slice syndrome. Okay, these are hereditary diseases. The occurrence is 1 in 25,000 births due to the deficiency of lysosomal enzymes. So the degradation will not take place; they are deposited. Okay, mainly heparin sulfate and dermatan sulfate. So these are the progressive disorders affecting the skeletal and extracellular matrix, leading to the deformities and finally leading to the intellectual disabilities. Okay, so most of them are autosomal recessive except Hunter disease, which is X-linked. Okay, so there is no cure so far. As of today, there is no cure. Okay, in many cases, the ultimate result is the death in the children. Okay, these are various aspects of the sulfated mucopolysaccharides. In the next session, we'll take up the some other aspects. Okay, thank you very much.